Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Tell you what, that weather out there, it's mighty roasty toasty, I can tell you that for free. Oh, so, how are we all today? Are we doing good? Did you all have a good Wednesday? And I'm still proper for a while. These streams were keeping me on the narrow when it comes to what day it was and stuff. But I think it's all now sort of just kind of blending into one day sort of thing now. Um, so yeah, Wednesday, because Wednesday I don't stream on Wednesdays. So I hope you all had a lovely Wednesday. I had a very good Wednesday. I sat and I played Persona 5 Royal for like the entire day. I managed to finish off a palace, and and then I did like a massive run of mementos, and I've started one of the final one of the final palaces anyway, and I've romanced some people as well. I'm going for the total bastard run where Joker romances every single woman in the game, which will be funny. Be funny when Valentine's Day comes round in game. Oh, right. So yeah, this is Technobabylon. Um, I've never played this before. Every time Technobabylon comes up, people say, "Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's phenomenal. It's amazing." All that kind of stuff. So I'm proper looking forward to playing this. It was developed by Technocrat Games and published by Wadget Games as well. And Wadget Games seem to they're a lot of the stuff that they do seems to be phenomenal. Like the point and click games that they do. Black Zoo Candy, hello, thank you very much for popping by. I hope you're very well. Um, yeah, and so this game is like a cyberpunk point and click game. So sort of kind of similar to what we've played in the past of like Whispers of a Machine, but this is I think you actually play as three characters in this game, and so it's like in this cyberpunk city where there's like a omnipresent AI, almost like a Big Brother sort of thing, and there's like lots of like there's conspiracies and murders and stuff that's happening around the city. Um, it was pretty tasty if you ask me. So, but aye, so I think what we should do is just fire straight into it. This is also the first time I've streamed at 2 o'clock, and I usually stream at 3 o'clock. So this is the first time streaming at 2, so we're gonna have a longer stream. Um, not that many people coming on at 2 o'clock, but it's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. We'll fire on to it. So thank you once again, everyone that's coming by. Please enjoy. That'll be a black screen for a little bit because I didn't preload it up. There you go.
Looks like you found the place.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive. Lava Sesame goes by Mandala in the trance. There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then Ah!
How are the headaches?
Won't be a problem for much longer.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing. After all, I've been planning this for years.
Hello, cake. Technobabylon, baby. You know what time it is. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, cake. You come up to annoy me. It's all good. You're out of conscious.
There's nothing like being in trance. A world built of abstracts and intellect, of tangible thought, where every part has been crafted by an individual soul. It's the purest form of contact a person can have, mind to mind. It's the pinnacle of human achievement. Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful. To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. Its reliance on the real world as its backbone. just go and speak to the building manager. It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there. Let's get this over with.
Cool. Okay, you want an attention. Okay, so that's saying that you've got your menu down here. Select trance to disconnect.
Better go and talk to the building manager.
Okay, so that's like
Ouch!
sort of like some sort of VR sort of thing.
Huh?
Team with Phil, how's it going?
Password error, huh? I guess the door's broken too.
Okay, I see.
Contact manager. I'm trapped?
Yuki She-Wolf as well, hello. For the first time that you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. I wasn't sure if that's going to stay up for ages, so I can like speak to you. Team of Phil, thank you very much for coming by, and also thank you very much for your follow 14 hours ago. Thanks very much, pal. I hope you're very, very well. Yuki She-Wolf, hello. Thank you very much for popping by. Too warm, need cold. It is rather toasty outside. I would normally have like this one. There's a window over here. I would normally have that open, but if I open it, like sometimes you'll get kids playing outside and stuff, and like I don't know if that will end up getting picked up by the mic and stuff. So it might be annoying. So I've kind of got like that door there open. Through there is like the bathroom. So I've got the bathroom window open, so like a breeze does come in. And it's quite nice on my legs. Lovely. We don't have windows in Wishaw. I've got family in Wishaw, and yeah, I know. It's just concrete everywhere. How are you? Okay, I am fine. I'm very, very good. Starting a brand new game, and proper interest to see what it's all about. A lot of people are saying like this game's like a masterpiece. It's phenomenal and stuff like that. So it's always good to kind of jump into a game that's got like a lot of hype behind it. But I've had a pretty relaxing day so far, pretty chilled. Those beautiful concrete and broken dreams. Good old Wishaw, good old Pishy Wishy. It looks like your cup of tea. Yeah, I'm into this kind of stuff. Right, so left click is interact, right click is look at. There's a shower curtain there. Also, please let me know if the audio levels are good. Also, this being like a first time playing this game, you have to play around with the audio levels quite a bit, so I'm just wanting to make sure that the audio levels are fine. Grew up in Pennylea. We had Windows most of the time. Most of the time. Wetware still. You remove the gelatinous clump of semi-organic wetware you've been cultivating in the still. Thank you, Cake. I can never read the screen. It looks like it's grown enough to be usable by now. I picked up wetware.
It may take up the entire bathroom, but the still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
I sent Arctic a wee video of your cat. Kitty! Yeah, so that's Cake, and it's like about like 3 o'clock, it's about 3:15 is when she has her lunch, so she's kind of like hovering around waiting for it, but I have an automatic feeder for her, so I don't need to really do anything. But like she likes to like have a feed, and then she comes up, and then she likes to like sit like right there, which is honestly super handy when I'm trying to play video games. I know, Cake the cat. A wee smasher. I love her. So we have a recycler. Reaching your arm into the recycling slot, you can only end in tears. My reading's not great today. The gaping black chute dominating the food machine's top half is where used trays and cutlery are recycling. The materials are melted down, and vacuum formed into new utensils every time you order a meal. Some places use metal utensils, but down here in the poor blocks, it's all just plastic. Yeah, that's a pretty cool machine. They were one name in this. Thank you very much for the host, Spooky. Thank you very much. You have a fat cat called Basil. That's a good name. And he always stomps out when I'm streaming, demanding a feeding. Yeah, I mean, cats know exactly when you're doing something important. See, when you're not doing anything important, they'll leave you alone. The moment that you want to try and do something, they're off in your business.
The window frame is welded in. Even if I could open it, it'd be a 150-meter drop to the bottom.
It totally go that way. So we picked up a trophy. And
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still. It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
for what?
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
Okay. So it's like a sort of like an energy source or something like that.
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way.
He sounds like a wee angry effalump. Ah, cats are the best. The best wee fellies.
Ugh, no. Last time I reached into the pile, there was stuff growing in it.
Well, wash your clothes then. So you just leave them in a big pile for shit to grow in them. Simple solutions, eh?
I can't get a grip to open it. Not like I could fit through there anyway.
Right.
I don't think I can open it by myself.
The door's fucked. Yeah, it's just for saving and stuff. Right, so we have... We'll use the wetware to connect ourselves to whatever that was. Oh, so that's how you get into translates, by throwing that? Okay. Every day's a school day. So we're now in France, I believe. So we have a mailbox and we have a newsfeed. See, like, one of the things, like, I love how like pixel art games look. See, when you're like given text, I usually find it quite hard to read pixelated text. It just doesn't really stand out too much for me. So unable to access Jisiki server, Jisiki. Sure, someone will say at one point, and we'll know how to pronounce that. Please check your network and try again. If problem persists, contact your network administrator. This is a wee... I know that straight away, I've never played any of the Blackwell games, but I know this is a wee egg to one of them. There you go. Please check your connection data limits to try again. Right, so we're not connected. Don't even try to read the text in the Eternal Castle. Case. Is it like super pixelated and you can barely read things? I hate, like honestly, man, like it's just like again, I love pixel art and stuff, but when you get given text in it, I understand that they have to do it so it all fits into the overall package, but it's just for me sometimes I just find it difficult to read. Right. We'll come out of that because we're not properly connected. So it's from the city of Newton. The subject is circumstances. Dear Sesame, this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of the absences, you risk of losing housing support from the city. You have been receiving city support benefit for 711 days. We hope that you will be able to improve your circumstance. So we are someone who cannot work by the sense of our own benefits. Yeah, we're still disconnected, so we can't do anything. Around? Yeah, we can walk around. But we're like kind of confined to this like circle here. Very deliberate, you think? It's very low res. Yeah, I mean that's it. It's like I understand, but it's like it's deliberate and stuff. But if you have like lots of text to read and stuff, you should really, I don't know, try and maybe sharpen it up a little bit or smooth it out. I don't know. But then the whole thing is like people will be like, oh well, it doesn't look old. It doesn't look pixelated. I guess we'll come out of the trance. Here's the problem is that we don't have internet. Oh wait, it said something there about cables.
If I keep randomly cutting cables, I'm going to end up electrocuted eventually. Ugh, exposed fiber optics everywhere. I think they deliberately do this to make it less pleasant to live here.
Okay. The large drain in the floor means that cleaning the room can involve as little as hosing everything down. The cheapest way it's done around here.
Nah. I'm not that hungry.
Eat
I'm
the
not
food.
sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy though.
Oh, we didn't actually interact with the food machine. So we can get a protein surprise. Or we can get a E168 nutrient complex or a sucral gelatin complex. Oh, it's like oh, that's utensil recycling. I thought it was going to like 3D print the food. Let's go for a protein surprise. I know, right? Food here sounds very delicious. A food tray plug in the hops from the machine's serving slot, completely empty. The pipes must be blocked
Hey,
again.
I'm hungry.
But we have picked up a plastic tray and a plastic fork. We'll try ordering everything. Insufficient material. All of your utensils are 100% recycled. Please return your tray or add other compatible materials to the machine to enable it to print a new batch. The foods. Your future on a plate. Your safety settings enabled. Unable to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm. Please consult your Automeal's AI for further information. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
So we've got a jet memory cartridge. I've got one of them now. A physical memory module containing the recipes that the food machine uses to make it such marginally less depressing. Okay. How do you... Oh, we were not in the recycling bit, are we? I don't know why I want to recycle again. Like, playing my buttons? So how's everyone else's day looking? I know we've got a few streamers in the chat. Like Phil, Spooky, Arctic. Are you streaming later on today?
Hey, I'm hungry.
Right, okay, so we can't get food, but we've got utensils now.
Still not working. A Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself. Can't rely on anyone else. The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat, as well as the door's locking. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock.
Okay, that's a wee hint there. So we need to try and get inside to this door panel. Robot Cooper, I forgot the stream was moving. Yeah, I think a lot of people did, but it's fine. We haven't done anything really. But thank you very much for popping by. Have you played Technobabylon before, Robot? Don't know if your brain can take it. You streamed for the first time really last night. No idea what you're doing. You've played it up to here, so okay, so you've played it up to the very beginning of the game. Cool. It's good to know. Hi, Phil, I'll need to come round to your stream sometime, whenever the next time you do it. It's always like an absolute fucking pain in the arse when you're first doing it to try and figure out stuff, you know? Like I'm still learning stuff. I've been streaming for for 5 weeks. I've been streaming for 5 weeks now, actually, and I'm still like learning stuff. So, right. To work that way. Alright, cool. It does work that way. The apartment centralized systems speak to you more clearly than ever as your wetware joins with its systems. That's cool. So I guess I can just open the door now.
Still not working. Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself. Can't rely on anyone else.
Well, maybe that oh, I didn't mean to click that again.
Still not. Apparently
Maybe because I've got my wet work attached to it, if I go into a trance, I can then interact with it. I think so. This has appeared.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Thine abode. Who are you?
Who are you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
Do you have a name?
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
So,
Details.
just Knight then.
Whatever thy will, my lady.
Also, yeah. Now we've got some more people. If you just please let me know if the audio levels are okay. I think they should be. I was looking back at my VODs for Forgotten Anne, and I realised my mic wasn't as loud as what I wanted it to be, so I've played with that. What are you? Who made you? Why are you a knight? Can you let me in? Who made you?
Tell me about yourself.
Sentinel Systems Nightwear, a data and physical security
Product of Sentinel Systems, version 3.02.
licensed to City of Newton Housing Services.
Like he's a housing services guy. These games have such weird characters. Yeah, I think because obviously they're not super action packed, you have to have really good characters to kind of just make it more interesting, sort of thing. Because I mean, the first stream that you came in, okay, was Broken Sword, and Broken Sword has so many good characters. I mean, you've seen Jani with Mr. Shiny. And we all love Mr. Shiny. I think the Jani loves Mr. Shiny a little bit too much. It seems good. Thank you very much. Good. I'm glad that this sounds good. It's the one thing I'm so para about is audio levels. What do you do?
What's your function?
I am the defender. I prevent intrusions upon thy fortress. The physical and the etheric.
I found you in the door's terminal software. You're the apartment's network security, aren't you?
Quite so. Trojans and malware, flee from my presence.
But you also control the door's security.
A vital role, milady. None shall threaten the sanctity of your domain.
Alright, but you also will stop me from leaving.
What's with the knight in shiny armor routine?
Who is better suited to the role than a loyal defender of the realm?
Okay, now tell me properly.
My lady, thine own...
Out of character.
Following managerial reformation of Sentinel Systems, the company's theme was shifted to a feudal design.
I find you irritating. I don't find him irritating. I like this guy. Can you let me
The
know?
door seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued. The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Can you use the safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So, where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks. Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
Ciao. Ciao bella. Cool. At least we know that we use like the wet work stuff to interact with things in trance. So let's leave trance now.
The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat, as well as the door's locking. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock.
I wonder if we can use like wet work with. I don't know if these cables are fucked because
The
there's no
wetware
connection.
won't form a connection with it.
Food machine, because that was blocked, wasn't it? Cool. You feel a flow of new data as your wet work inveiggles itself into the food machine system. And okay, so we've done that. We'll go to our trance then. See what we can do with the food machine.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THB Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
A waifu for lifeu here.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your...
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities. And if there's trouble, I'm here to help you out.
I'm just like thinking, going into every room, rubbing your sponge and everything. Yeah, I was going to say like I'm like trying to think. So it seems like technology all has like an AI, has a personality in this. It's like I'm just trying to think of like things around like my house. If you just like rub that wet work thing, and then just like have an interaction with it, have a conversation with it. It's just like, what would happen if you like connected it to your toilet? What would your toilet say to you? Stop shitting me, you bastard.
What kind of things can you make?
Using THB's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Like?
Just you wait. Before you know it, you'll be having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
You're dodging the question.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends at THE always come up with great new ideas. Everything from protein surprise to Nutri-Blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that. Give them a try.
Absolutely not. I don't much like your food.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some. Oopsie, it looks like I can't connect. Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
What about the trays and forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum formers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. A at the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Let me shut you off. What's on your recipe card?
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got Protein Complex A11, Protein Complex E168, and for dessert, Synchro Gelatin Complex C11.
Delicious.
Sounds delicious.
If you want something a little different, don't forget, you can always download new recipes for me to take a look at.
Enjoy your sleep, Spooky. And also, thank you very much for popping by. And hopefully I'll jump on one of your streams later on as well. But yeah, thanks again for popping by. Got to find the mince recipe card. It's just a memory, like a PlayStation 1 memory card. Just it says mince on it. Stick the mince right into the machine. It'd be beautiful. How do I shut you off?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
I do think like you can purchase different memory cards. So like you can buy like this is only because I was watching in Richie's stream this morning. Everyone was just talking about Greg's, but you can get like a Greg's memory card. So you just fire that in and just like steak bakes for days. That'd be pretty good. Will the machine work without you?
Will the machine work without you?
If I have an accident, the machine will continue to dispense. We don't want you starving in an emergency now, do we?
No, starving would be pretty bad.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Address all concerns regarding THE.
Avatar to 862.
Chefy to THE. Customer interactive regions.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye!
See you later. Good to know that I can do all these things.
Even
so
if
here.
I cared that much about the apartment's rules, the sign's fixed to the wall.
What was to say though?
Tenancy rules. City housing support. This housing is provided as is by the City Department of Social Welfare, until such time as you are able to secure employment. Basic facilities are provided within. Since your stay is temporary, please do not damage. Temporary? Huh. I've been here for 2 years now.
Oofed. Bad times.
I don't think I can open it by myself.
What do we have? What was it that you said about the door again? Like, the mechanism's fucked in it, basically.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Mick, hello! Thank you very much for coming by. You can't believe your boss has the audacity to arrange catch-up calls at 2. I'm very well, man. I'm very well. Yeah, like, Vixen's currently on, like, she's actually holding a meeting right now for her work, so, bad times, like. But I'm doing very, very well. Had a nice wee day. Shaved my head. I had some lunch, which is a good question. I've not actually asked what have you had for your lunch today. I had kind of the usual. I had soup and I had a cheese toastie, and it was lovely. I dip it in the soup because it's lovely.
Has anyone ever told you that you get real tiresome real quick?
Customer research has shown the night image to be effective. 89% of customers associated with increased security and ability to solve threats. 67% associated with defense of a home in a professional manner. 55% found it more confidence-inspiring than Sentinel's previous mascot,
Which was?
the Sheriff. Following last year's New York police riots, public perception of such personnel diminished considerably.
Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
We've got to break off the panel for the door, but I expect the plastic for it to shatter us. Aye. Oh, fuck. Right, okay. Now got an idea since you said that. Because the only thing that we have as metal is this trophy. I keep clicking and dragging, but you don't use click once, and then we put the trophy to the recycler, we'll get metal utensils. Machine thinks that for a moment. Thanks for a moment. There's a message. Error. User safety settings enabled. Valuable to produce. Unenabled. So now it's this pixel text, man. Unable to produce metal utensils due to the danger of harm. To change this, please seek administrator permission. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
Right. Okay. So I need being the administrator. So surely we. You've already successfully made a connection with the food machine. Better check your trans hub to see if you can get it. Right. Might need to speak to. Get it to unlock from here.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't
Jeff
plastic
Reifer, I know.
great?
Well
It's
good.
so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
It's like imagining I wonder how much customization that people have over their like avatars like for these things. Like, has she went out of her way to have like a waifu chef? It's like, you know, there's going to be people out there who like everything they interact with in the trances is going to be like big titty like waifu girls. It'd be amazing. Alter76. Hello, thank you very much for popping by, man. How are you? Everyone's not missed much, to be honest. If you think you've missed loads, we're still in like the starting area, trying to figure out how the fuck we're going to leave this room. So, See, we've asked her these things before.
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
Stream's going well so far. I've changed the time that I stream at. I usually stream at 3 o'clock, and I've changed it to an hour earlier. But I have noticed that a lot of people have joined as what they usually do. So I think a lot of people have forgotten that I've changed the time and stuff. But these things are fine. I fully expected that to happen. But yeah, stream's going well so far. Everything's working, which is the main thing, which is the number one thing, that things are working. Because when they don't work, it's bad times from there. But I'm glad to know that you're doing great, which is also a very good thing.
Ciao.
Right.
Bye!
Connection you made with the food machine through your wetware. Better see what it can do. See, like, don't do anything else. Are we still disconnected? From the internet and stuff. Yeah, we're still disconnected. They're saying I need to get in touch with my administrator to change the settings. Do I still have the trophy? I still have the trophy.
Even if I could see out, it's not a nice view. Hundreds of other Skanto apartments in the barrel. The darkness is supposed to encourage people to move out. Not me. Just makes trancing easier.
You were late to your stream a while ago. Yeah, don't worry about it. These things happen, you know. Like there's been plenty of times where I usually like to have a coffee on stream. Like I like to talk to people at the start before we start the game, have a coffee and stuff. So it's like a big regime. And there's been times where I've just like went, holy fuck, that's the time, and then I've had to like rush around to like grab everything. What's the light on the bed? Nothing. We can't interact with them. So the things that we've got in the room is we've got the wetware still. I don't know if we can enter.
The seed colony of wetware already in the still will start to grow soon. It doesn't need any help.
Right, okay, so we've got the recycler, we've got the food machine, we've connected to that. We've got cables, which she said that she can't connect to. We've got a grate, we've got a pile of clothes, we've got a notice, we've got the door and the door panel, we've connected to the door panel. That seems to be it, that's food. And we've got a window. I mean, the only thing I haven't tried connected to is the grate, but that doesn't make sense. But we'll try it. Anything you drop down there can be lost forever. Need to drop something down here?
If I keep randomly cutting cables, I'm going to end up electrocuted eventually. Ugh, exposed fiber optics everywhere. I think they deliberately do this to make it less pleasant to live here.
Jeez, oh man. See, like at the start of point and click games, they throw something at you and it really just, like... It's the same with Whispers of Machine. I was like really stuck right at the start. We can't order food because it's jammed. Unless she's unjammed it. We need to, says that we need to return stuff. So cancel. I don't know if she's unjammed it.
Hey, I'm hungry.
So the pipes are still locked. Can you connect to the recycler separately? Oh, like I went to try and do that and it said that it was already connected. You've already successfully made a connection with the food machine. Better check your trance hub to see if you can give you any answers. So if we go into trance, we've only got the food machine. Like the recycling bit's not there. That's the door. The door panel connects a lot of stuff apparently.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Ciao.
Fare thee well, my lady.
I've got nothing left to say. It just automatically closes out of that conversation.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
I think the food order screen is the key. Might be. I know. Yeah, I mean, I can remove the memory card, can't I? Oh, eject. We've got the memory module now, so I can't choose any food now.
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
I see what she says now, that there's not a memory card in the machine.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your
Hello,
interactive
Sheffy.
guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Sweet. What's on your recipe card now?
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got...
Fuck all.
Uh-oh, looks like the memory card's been taken out of the machine. I'm so sorry. I can't cook without my recipes.
Some master chef you are.
If you can find some new recipes on a memory module, I'd be happy to have a go with them for you. I live to serve.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Address all concerns regarding THE
Avatar to 862.
Sheffy to THE Customer Interactive Regions.
There's definitely, we must have something to do with her, because like these choices here, they don't exhaust.
Bye!
Unlike the knight, can't talk to the knight anymore. However, we have access to the memory module.
Hi there!
Hey, you want this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can only receive updates from THE Foods home server.
Do you take new data any other way?
If you want to use new recipes, there's always memory cartridges. Just load it into your THE Foods unit and away we go.
Sounds simple enough.
Idiot-proof meals, that's our motto.
Hey!
Bye now!
That's the first item that we've picked up that we can actually interact with it within the trance.
It's way too big to copy onto a memory block. Holy fuck, I'm really stumped already.
The still is empty. It'll take at least a few hours to grow another batch of wetware.
God, I've been playing for a few hours, been stuck in the same spot. Fucking hell. That THE food jungle gets really old. Yeah, it does. I think normal people would have got past this bit by now, to be honest. Any tutorial emails? So I only seen one email, and basically it was just saying like, been in here for 711 days. She's kind of on benefits sort of thing. So yeah, so that's it there. So this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. If you do not inform us of absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You have been receiving city support benefit for 700 days, and we hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. But we're not actually connected to the internet at the moment, so we can't compose messages, we can't refresh, and that's the only email that there is. Oh shit, no, these are fucking emails here. Oh, god damn it. Oh, see. Right, okay, what's this saying? From Lieutenant Colonel O'Shea, I believe that says. A proposal. Dear Sir, Miss. My name is Marcus O'Shea. I'm the Chief Financer. for the Oklahoma General Martin Carter. His recent death at the hands of a rival warlord has left me with 150,000 wanta of his finance. If you will allow me to transfer through your bank accounts, I can offer a share. Well, that sounds definitely not like spam. I think we should get in touch with him, but we can't because we don't have internet. Route. Let's meet up. Hey Dala, or Dola. Can't really tell with these pixelated this text. I think it's Dala. It seems like we haven't seen you in years. No idea if you heard, but there's a big game coming up at the Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we can probably get you a place on the team. XOXO, Gossip Girl. Okay, this one's actually got an attachment. Now I didn't realise that these were like different emails. I thought they were like details to do with like the send and receive sort of thing. So EXS Pharma. Amazing deals on chems. Do you want extra interface speed? I guess that says without, but without the W. Oh yeah, that is like being spelled wrong. Obviously, because it's like spam shit. Extra speed with extra farm. Open attach. Ooh. That's gonna be a virus, isn't it? Grow guide. Yo Dala, good hearing from you. Though I know really it means you want something. Basically, yes. The batch of blue wetware you got is cracked, so you can grow it yourself. Just don't bake your place. It needs a few things. 1. Water, since that's what makes 99% of it. 2. Nutrition. It's an organism after all. 3. Heat. The normal stuff will cause it to break down. This blend is activated instead. Right, let's see what this virus. So he seems to have like we've got malware now.
No, I'm not storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
So let's download the malware onto the memory stick. Then we're getting somewhere now. Okay, so then we'll be able to pop that into the thing. Fucking hell, we're getting somewhere. All because of damn emails. Jeez, oh. It's like, good run so far. Have we... Okay. I want to go out here and take all this stuff first. Because it might... I'll find feeling this might scramble it to actually give me the metal stuff.
Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
That. A food tray obligatory pops from the machine's service slot, plate empty.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Let's go and ask her what is actually on the menu. I think Chefy talking about it might scramble her coding or some shit.
Hi, I'm Chefy.
Yeah, we get it. Next. What's on your recipe?
What's on your recipe card now?
I see there's some new recipe data. It looks like
Shin cups, sausage rolls, Big Macs, hot dogs, hentai.
Apparently whatever virus was writing that T-mail is doing some damage.
You don't look so good.
it's nothing that can be worked around.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery.
Cool. Minute 5072 coming in with the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for the raid, pal. I usually say, oh hi, I'm Fizzy Joose, I'm from Edinburgh, but I'd imagine the people who are watching the carts probably know who I am anyway, so thank you very much for the raid. We've been at this for an hour and we're still in the starting area because, you know, that's me. I didn't realise that you had to look at these emails, and well, I already had looked at the emails. I was like, oh right, there's only one email, but I didn't realise on the left hand side there's a list of actually other emails to look at. Very good, very very good. Typical shit for me, you know. What about the trays of forks?
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Fork!
Yes? And the trays?
Trays!
You don't look good.
You don't look so good.
I'm a chef!
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef!
Yes?
I'm a chef!
I'm the chef.
I don't like your food.
I like your face!
Very good. Why can't I put metal in the
Why
recycler?
can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm a boss!
How do I show
How
you
would
up?
I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
You're a snake! Dance!
You students, you're not new to use things like emails regularly. I use emails and stuff, but I should have read. That was my problem. I should have just read this shit on the screen. Good afternoon. So, Minute, how was the carts? Was it good carts today? Did you win? Did you win, son? Did you win? Did you do the racing? Did you win?
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Good carts.
This takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama!
Sick burn, can't deal with that.
Ciao.
Meters in!
So she is a bit fucky. So would that mean we'd be able to put the trophy into it now?
Hey,
still
we're
getting
not
the
children. Lousy suicide rate.
You won a cup. Oh, good on you, son. Well done for winning a cup. Yeah, not as many as Dave did, though. Because Dave always fucking wins, though. Dave is very good at the cards. You're very good at the cards, son. Mr. Callums, hiya. Davey, hello. In case you don't know what this game is, this is Technobabylon, which is a cyberpunk point-and-click adventure game. And so far, it's fucking been kicking my ass. This is the first kind of bit in the game, and I'm still at it. Been at it for an hour now, still in this one bit. So, you've not missed anything, really. Other than we have a thing called wet work, which is like a blue fucking sponge. That fella there. You can connect it to electronics and then go into like a trance, which is like a VR world, which then lets us interact with stuff that we've rubbed the sponge on. It's kind of cool, but we're getting stuck. Cards is the main reason I like to pick up a Switch. Yeah, like the whole like stock issue at the moment with Switches is ridiculous. But Mario Kart is phenomenal, especially online with pals and stuff. It's really, really good. Right, okay. We're getting somewhere though.
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
Right, we need to switch this. So it'll 3D print metal. Wait, hold on, was that a button? Is up here? No. Hey, we're still missing something inside here.
Bonjour! What does you look faster than?
How would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you
Ed.
stopping me?
My head!
Yes, hey! Yes!
Need the old Norton antivirus. Ah, man. We need to change her as like a... We need to access some sort of administrative thing.
Ciao.
Right. Tell you what. I need a piss. I'm going to go for a piss. And I'm going to try and think about this. So, we'll be right back. Right, we're back. And I haven't thought of anything. I haven't thought of anything new. So at this point, I just want to kind of move on. So I'm going to say my safe word, which is pineapples. So this is me saying pineapples. I need help. So if someone in chat would be so lovely to. There's a lad on the right. Yeah, I spoke to him, and like everything was exhausted.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay.
I think Chefy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds!
Blight.
This shall not be allowed to continue.
Oh, okay.
Foul harbinger!
I'm not.
There are grave accusations of treason upon your head, steward. Stand and face me. We shall see what trial by combat makes of you.
I'm sorry. I don't want.
Have at thee!
That's you.
Well, that takes care of her.
Also seems it's taking care of my door as well, so... Battle chess. I know, man. Well good. Yeah, Green... I seen there, Davey, like, Greenwoods is crazy good at cards. One murder down, many more murders to go. Oh, I didn't think about speaking to the knight because I had spoken to him previously and I exhausted everything. So like, after I did that, I went to speak to him again and it just came up like goodbye. He just said ciao straight away, which was like, oh okay, so everything to do with him is completely exhausted. He's like not a part of the game anymore. So there you go. So we got metal into there now. After a few moments of mechanical protest, the machine eventually gives in. And we've got ourselves a metal fork and a metal tray. Thank you very much, robot.
Got it.
Because I mean, like, that's completely safe, you know, get a metal fork, buck it into a machine. Was that hard? It caused that explosion. Suicide City. 20 hours earlier.
This is it. Animus Organics. You think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the mindjacker,
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
Get that more. Here comes Cake. There she is. I know, she's like, absolutely just fucking blown herself right into space. Turned herself to dust. Hey, Cake. Well, you technically have the authority to comment. Oh, it nearly knocked a lot of shit over there. To commandeer vehicles for CEL business. Central would have very good reason to override the car system. That's our motor. And I guess perception.
Hey, anyone there?
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
Also, I don't know why I assumed that we were the female character. I was just like, oh, we can't speak to that guy there. That's because that's us. What does he have? He's got a traveler. Cell issue traveler. Like civilian models in many ways, capable of making calls and running apps. Specialized model carried by Cell possesses more powerful sensors and encryption. This is a mobile phone sort of thing. Afternoon, Cake. Cake! Oh. Sir Callum saying hello to you. Just kind of blindly, just blankly, just staring at me like this. I'm guessing she's saying hi. Good afternoon. The Traveler's sonograph is picking up a very little ambient activity in the building.
I don't think it needs to be shocked into submission.
Okay, I didn't mean to pick that up. That's a jolt gun. Alright, okay. An electroshock weapon that has an output of between 2 and 8 million volts. This tool uses an ultraviolet laser to ionize the channel of air, allowing electrical charge to pass from the device to its target. While intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, care must be taken and it's used to prevent accidental fatality. Sir Callums will take that blank stare from Cake.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
A minejacker case.
I've lost count of the number of times the minejackers struck.
In Newton or globally?
Oh, just a figure of speech. He's been on the rampage for too long, but now he's in our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
At least we've managed to link the previous minejackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, minejackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue.
So they'd need a terminal.
Which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are minejackers not behaving the same way?
No. His tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway.
So, Central predicted our minejacker was going to strike here.
You don't trust it?
I just don't understand how it came to that conclusion.
Obviously, we're doing our jobs right. We collect data, which Central interprets. Based on that data, it maps a pattern.
But why isn't it a pattern that we could see?
It's not only us. Central's got all of the city, the whole net to draw on.
But it won't tell us how it's come to the conclusion where the minejacker will strike. Does it think we can't understand? Is it concealing something?
Just be glad we've got an advantage like Central.
I still don't like it.
What's that film? Minority Report. Quite like a wee bit of a Minority Report vibe there, like an AI machine sort of thing. It's kind of determining, predicting killings.
You don't like that Central's predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigations are supposed to be done.
Admit it. You're afraid your job's going to be stolen by machines. Kind of like weavers, factory workers, authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
Animus Organics.
That's what the sign says. They're one of the city's largest computational biotech firms.
What do they make?
Wetware mostly. Wouldn't be grown here, probably in Eurofed.
This place is just the offices?
Regional headquarters, Central tells me. Do we know why it predicts the next attack will take place here?
It won't share that with us. Need to know. A high-tech firm like this must have secrets worth something to a mindjacker. Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught mindjackers have usually burnt out after 1 or 2 attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on camera, no clear witnesses.
Which means he's either a master of disguise,
or there's some pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if he were a business hire.
Still, after this many hits, he may start to slip.
Even if it's just his psyche breaking.
I like how they're saying like, oh, he's slippy, he's getting in and out and stuff. But I like it if they were just actually meaning this in general. He was actually like a very slippy person. Just we tried catching him, but he's just oiled up, covered in Vaseline.
Wetware, huh?
Yeah, specifically for forming neural connections between systems. The blue stuff, the nanomachines keeping the modern world running.
Nanomachines.
When I think nanomachine, I picture tiny gears and turbines, when really they're just bits of proteins in macromolecules.
They still perform all kinds of mechanical tasks, just smaller.
I guess I'm technically more of an expert in them than you are. I used to make them for a living.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what to do with them anymore. Organic computing, that's my field.
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Nice chat, good chat. The company's front desk. In a big firm like this, you would expect it to be manned 24/7, but the staff have disappeared. So there's an elevator.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
I like the idea of like the murderer though, just going around just like fucking draining cunts' brains. Well, cool. Anything we can do with reception? Like nothing. Can we call? Alright, cool. What's this? Open case file. We've got news. Laser, paper, stone. Is it a game? The legit is just like rock, paper, scissors. Jake, don't don't knock over the camera. Fucking AI. Oh wait, that was AI. Are you ready for a stream? It's just all this. Right, anyway. Fuck that noise. Right, the news. Continuing a long-standing process of standardization, the Parliament of the European Federation, EF, has today smashing your stuff into the pop filter and shit. Has today hey, can you stop it? You busy today. Has ratified the uptake of the metric time across the 64-member union. The measure signed into law. Okay, thanks very much for that. Christ. Right. Signed into law by EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santini. 6:52. Nope. God. Coming again. Right. We're getting shifted. Say goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye to everyone. Goodbye. Okay. Now we don't have our fucking bash into the mic all the time. And the scheme, made by day, divided into 10 hours, which is 100 minutes, made up to 100 seconds. Santini, whose Federalist Party have been one of the keenest supporters of the new policy, greeted the change enthusiastically. Computing and commercial time measurement has long been carried out in the metric scale with atomic timing, and the division into 24 hours has itself really been an arbitrary convention of history. Oh, right, that's a lot of reading. Can't be fucked with that. What about the sports? What's happening in sports? Fucking hee-haw. Right. Close that. Let's open that up again, because we can call Central.
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Status report, Central.
All operations within centralized emergency logistics nominal. Anti-civil activity index within tolerance at 0.004. Weather forecast, dry. Highs of 12 Celsius. UV index of 8.
Less general. Updates on the case?
Data, Dr. Regis.
Okay, thanks. You don't usually make predictions on high-level cases like this, Central. What's different about this one?
Limited progress was being made through conventional investigation. To expedite the investigation, I was tasked to provide more direct oversight.
Hey, are you saying we can't do our jobs right by ourselves?
I am a civic coordination AI, Dr. Regis, with responsibility for 9.4 million inhabitants. Slander of colleagues would produce no gains for the city.
Oh, yeah.
A fact which, on occasion, I would hope you would pay more attention to.
What made you think the Mindjacker was going to strike here?
The professionalism of the attack suggests that these are not merely random targets. Though the reasoning behind the attacks remains vague, patterns form from previous incidents. The probability of tonight's attack was sufficient that it warranted investigation.
Obviously, you're using data gathered by myself and Dr. Lau. But since we haven't found a pattern in our work, I guess that you've got more sources than us.
Correct. However, that information remains classified.
Huh, what a surprise.
You remain skeptical, Dr. Regis?
It's not how I think of detective work, Central. I don't believe human behavior is something you can just map.
2 centuries of research in probabilistic sociology would disagree.
We'll see.
Kitsune, thank you very much for the host. Thank you very much for coming by. Sorry you missed the first hour, a bit of the stream. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like I say, like I've said, I've got a few people, but the guy I moved it earlier, just so we can get more game time in. But you've not missed much because I spent about an hour trying to do the first puzzle, so it's not missed much at all. I hope you survive in the rare Scottish summer temperature. It is quite warm. I would usually have the window that's over here. I would have that open, but I'm scared there's going to be too much noise coming from there because sometimes you get kids playing outside and stuff. So through that door there, there's another bathroom. I've got the bathroom window wide open, so there's actually a breeze that's coming through, and I'm wearing shorts right now. I get a lovely wee breeze on my legs. Lovely. 25 degrees. Dundee. Jeez, oh. I think it's like, I don't know what temperature it is in Edinburgh at the moment. When I checked this morning, like at 11, it was like 20, which is wild.
What's your take on the case, Central?
An individual of unknown origin is prosecuting a global series of attacks. These involve the removal of data from the minds of victims. Invariably, the speed of the process has had a deleterious and fatal effect.
Yes, those are the facts. But what's your opinion on the matter?
All we have are facts, Dr. Regis. These must be analyzed in order to apprehend those responsible.
And that is why AIs would make lousy detectives.
Cell retains an investigative corps of specialists such as yourself, Dr. Regis. Your role is in no danger, you can be assured.
I never said I thought it was.
Though you may not be neurally linked, and I am unable to directly access your mental activity, a lot can be learned about an individual's thoughts by observation.
It's 23 degrees in Glasgow, apparently. Not been outside yet to confirm. And outside's overrated. But no, like I was wanting to go for a wee walk today, but I didn't actually have time to do it. Shame, because it's rather warm outside. It'd be lovely to for a wee walk.
What do we know about Animus Organics?
Biotech firm, manufacturer of computational wetware and other biomechanical products. First publicly traded stock in August 2044. Currently sitting board members include...
Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. Why do we think the Mindjacker's going to strike here?
The projection has been based upon previous targets. Using a Markov German distribution map, outlying variables can be...
Statistics aren't really my thing, Central.
You would have been unsatisfied with it's beyond your comprehension.
I guess you're right. Regis out.
Regis doesn't like AIs. They got that. Upgrade class 4 information. Outline: beginning in March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton. Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the data contents of individual victim brains are being destructively removed, with fatal consequences to targets. Victims to date, there's 18 of them in Newton and unknown global. Identity of perpetrator, not knowing. Subjects appear exceptionally skilled at infiltration, may have inside help from larger sponsor. The action: case specialists Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindjacker's activity, with investigation of the latest targets and analysis by Central. And else really.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Hey, Lau. See you later. The controls for summoning the elevator, a keycard slot that's below the... You got a key. Who's in the car? Oofed! That's a very dead person.
What the hell?
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not
Johnny.
a Mindjacker's target then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find...
Hold on. Where's that? Where's the emote? It is. Sorry, I had to put the Jan in the chat there. So we got our key card. Look at that way. This man is a victim of a long drop. From where and why? And imagine where would be above us. Why? Because there's a murderer. Case solved. How the accent tried to get the balls
It's
off the
unlocked
roof.
floor 26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working.
Fucking Wayne's. There's fucking Wayne's and they're putting their footballs up in this roof. Mr. Shiny turned them down. Oh no. Mr. Shiny. Mr. Shiny had enough of soaking up cum. Right, seems a lot of people being fucked up here.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
Sick.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here, to the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Get to the roof, baby. Anything on this guy?
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
Oh.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
The
Anything
attack
else?
was recent, maybe minutes ago.
The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor. Didn't want any witnesses.
He probably didn't mean to send him out the window either.
I was trying to think for ages who Regis kind of looks like, and it's Bruce Campbell is coming to my mind. Apparently, one of those people has gone home. Okay, so we've got a bunch of names here. Guess we'll try calling them.
Hello? Do you know what time it is?
Sorry.
That looks a bit like Bruce Campbell, I think, anyway. Could be completely wrong, but that's the vibes I'm getting. Let's absolutely annoy everyone.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
Okay.
I just need to ask you a couple of questions about your workplace.
Oh, Nuke. You're calling from the office. What's happened?
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. We need access to the roof stairwell in your office.
Wait. How do I know you're really a Cell agent? I can't just give out the code to anyone.
I think they really wanted me to test the keypad for the stairs here, but I just went straight to the phone. Just went, Ken, what? I'm just gonna phone everyone.
You have nothing to worry about. You're perfectly safe. We just need your help. I'm transmitting my credentials to your terminal.
So you're really a Cell agent. I guess I can't say no then. The roof access code is 6167.
Thanks. Other Cell agents may contact you later for more information.
Guess we don't need to phone anyone else because we've got that code. Uh, 61167. Access granted.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
Oh. Oh, so this is the mindjacker, the guy right at the start of the game.
The mindjacker!
Freeze! Cell agents!
Drop the weapon.
Lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try.
I love how he's just like standing in the open, just like gun, just in the open. All you need to do is just put your hand around the corner and go boof, that's you. Just get him shot.
Cell doesn't appreciate people shooting at its agents.
If you cut it out, maybe we'll put in a good word for you.
I don't think anyone appreciates getting shot at though.
You're under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at Cell agents.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
That's in my way, is it? Oofed.
What?
Sweet jump. Oh, whoa, he's got a jet. Where did they get the jetpack from? That's in my way then. He's going to his spaceship. That's him. Back to his home planet.
What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central, our mindjacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Cell Corp officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
For a second I was going like, oh, I've got that taser. Maybe I can just like taser him, but I went on that. Cell headquarters, baby.
Lau, Max.
What? Huh?
Were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case
A big
report.
Johnny cupboard in the sky.
So close.
Oh,
They
the
found the
brims.
aerostat he escaped to.
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so.
That's strange.
Something's going on here.
Something is going on here. You're absolutely correct, Regis. Give that man an absolute fucking raise. Give that man a raise. Go up and just unplug everything. Right, that's it, I'm off. Okay, let's go home. But yeah, Mr. Callums, I like to imagine like the big Janny cupboard in the sky is just filled with like cleaning products. Buckets and that. You can rest in peace, big man. So is anyone up to anything super interesting tonight? Playing games? What, like, I mean, not like you can leave the house and all that, but I mean, like, what games are people playing at the moment? I'm still playing Persona 5. I spent the whole day yesterday playing Persona 5 Royal.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
What do we
got any ideas where we can look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Yeah, that's the one.
Name?
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon. He deserves worse.
But if he can help us...
All right. See what you can do.
Mick, you're jumping into those who remain. What's that? I want to say, like, it sounds familiar, like the name of the game sounds familiar, but nothing's come to mind. David, you're cracking on with Persona 5 today also. The standard one that you started in 2017. Whereabout are you in Persona 5?
Looks like we found our latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the mindjacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the mindjacker when we catch him. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Terminal, I guess. Aww. Viksha and Charlie. May 2066. Category Class 4 information. Person name with composite harm, health, of individual targets. That's basically saying about the mindjacker. Yeah, we've read that already. And yeah, cool. You're partway through the ship palace. Oh, okay. So yeah, I really said the name. I just started that palace last night, and I'll tell you what. See, that palace is one of my least favorite palaces ever. I don't know if you've got far enough into that palace where you get turned into mice. Fucking shite, man. Bad. Like, I love Persona 5, but like that the mouse puzzle in that the ship palace, absolute dog shit. Terrible. It's a psychological horror, right? Okay, straight away I'm like, nah, I'm not playing that game. It was pretty interesting. It's been in gaming news recently because it kept getting delayed. One of the first to be delayed for coronavirus. There you go. Is that a game that you're streaming, by the way, Nick? If you're streaming, I would happily watch it, but there's no chance I'm playing a psychological horror game. I'll tell you that for fucking free. Right, okay, we got some emails. So at the start of the game, right, we were stuck in a room. Some of you might have seen it, some of you probably didn't. And I was like, I thought this was just data. I thought this was words to do with, like, the send and receive and the subject of an email. No, these are different emails, right? So, like, the whole thing for, like, progressing in the game was in here. I like got the email up and was like, oh, right, cool. I was like, read the first one, then realized there's multiple emails to read through. Yeah, you'll be streaming it too. Oh, nice one. I'll definitely check out, man. There's a big streamer that I watch, and he's playing a game at the moment. Fucking hell, what's it called? I think it's called the Song of Horror or something like that. And it's like it's kind of like a puzzly horror game, but it's got permadeath in it. And it's all based. I think it's all based in like one house and stuff, which actually looks pretty cool. You've done 2 sections of mice puzzles. I'm really hoping that they've taken them out of Royal, or they've made them better in Royal. They didn't do anything with. There's a bullshit puzzle in the Space Palace for Big Bang. The bit near the end where it's like all the alpha and all the omega switches. That is a bullshit puzzle as well. And I thought, I was like, oh, in Royal they'll change that, and they didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm getting up a walkthrough. It's like I completed this game already. Like I don't need to try and sit and figure this out. And they hadn't changed that alpha omega puzzle once, and I was like, they should have changed that. Signed on the deets because you like to see that. I will do once I get the proper name. I think it's called Song of Horror. I think, but once I get the proper details, I'll send them. You man. I get the platinum with Bloodstained, Zone of Enders 2. Man, years since I've seen anything in the Zone of Enders. And the Alpha Omega puzzle is pain. Yeah, it's a fucking pain in the arse. That's a dog shit. Bloodstained as well. I've never played Bloodstained, but it looks really, really good. I heard a lot of people saying it's good as fuck. Snookins, hiya pal. Hello pal. I hope Final Fantasy VIII is treating you well. Thank you very much for popping by. We're not super far in this game because even though I started an hour earlier than what I usually do, I spent about an hour on one puzzle, and I was pretty determined I wasn't going to call pineapples, but I did, and it was like, it was right there, obviously, it was right there for me to solve. Robot was a good lad and helped me out, so I just finished it. Congrats man. What you go stream next? Okay, it's very important that you download it and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. Tell no one. Lives depend on it. That motherfucker.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Mr. Crizzle has followed. Thank you very much for the follow, Mr. Crizzle. As you've seen, the cream does in fact rise to the top, and Kate's gonna start knocking over all my wee toys. Kate, can you leave my wee fucking toys alone? Right, see the thing that she knocks over the most? Right, I say toys. It's an egg, right? It's not a real egg. It's like I wouldn't say it's a stress egg as well. I don't know what it really is. A pal gave me it, and I had it sitting on top of my PlayStation, and like every day Kate comes up. Look at her. Right, I'm going to throw it on the ground. There you go. There you go. Cat's egg daft, innit? Maybe 9. There's a high quality mod for it and it looks fucking stunning. Is there? I fucking love 9 as well. Fucking love Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, Mr. Crizzle, thank you very much for the follow. You download the data package to your traveller. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps. As much as you dislike the cloak and dagger approach they requested, you'll take any help with you. You will take any help you can right now, so I say. Man, I've seen this earlier. You want me to tweet you it? Yes, if you could, that'd be awesome. Would you think that would the mod work with? Because like Final Fantasy 9's on Game Pass at the moment. Would the mod work with that version of it? It's just the Steam version. I mean, send it over anyway. If it looks like absolutely massively different, I would happily pay for Final Fantasy 9 on Steam. You've not played Final Fantasy 9 before, Mr. Callums? as Mick says, you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. It is phenomenal. It's so good. The music's really good in it as well. Oh yeah, so I was saying to folk earlier, I am not a big fan of reading pixelated texts. Like, some reason my brain struggles to pick up on a lot of the words. Okay. Howdy. Hey Charlie. Why are you hogging loud so much? The rest of us need a wire head on the cases as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Way hey! But seriously man, give the rest of us a turn. Okay, you sound like a cunt. So it's from Medical Functional Wetware. Dr. Regas. As per our discussion, your last checkup, still not opted for enhanced neural connective wetware. While not critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-wet work systems is phased out. VFR Medical. The only Final Fantasy game you played was Tactics on GBA. Tactics is really, really good though. I mean, if you're going to play any Final Fantasy, Tactics is really good, but then it's also very, very different from all the other Final Fantasies. My favourite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 7, then it's Final Fantasy 9, then it's Final Fantasy 10. So I rate Final Fantasy 9 quite highly. And also it still looks lovely, now. On Falcrum admin fixed costs. Charles Regas, your monthly payment of, and whatever that is, for the rental of Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Gardens has been processed. Approval for continued use granted by E. Vargas, centralized ATM. Thank you for your continuous contribution to the city's green skyline. For sale, continued evangelism. Dr. Regas, the optional feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on past examples of your behaviour, I believe it likely to be by your own hand. While you may object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cells. Van der Waal. You think Final Fantasy 9 is the best of the PlayStation era? Man, like it. Yeah, I mean, for it being a PlayStation game, it looks very, very nice for a PlayStation game. It's always been your absolute favourite. 7 Remake is making me question that. I heard a lot of people not liking Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which is scaring me, because once I finish Persona 5, I'm on to Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and Final Fantasy 7 is my favourite game of all time. And a lot of people who I know who rate Final Fantasy 7 highly don't like it. There's bits that they like, but apparently there's just like a lot of busy work which is not needed. But apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you with your investigations, despite your crude threats. If you continue to make baseline accusations about my supposed ties I'm alleged to have with organised crime, you shall be hearing from my lawyers, and that was your man, Gil van der Waal. Dr. Petra. Baxter. Hi Charlie. I'm afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter Central's approved Baxter. Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally, it's not like they ignored your input. But well, you're not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? Yeah. There's no attachments I've missed other than that first one. A wee phone call, wee VoIP fairly. Nothing's changed in the news, it's still that same thing. And
I trust Max, but I know Central would hear everything in cell headquarters.
Okay, so we need to look at that when we're not in the headquarters. And you'll love when you can play the original. It does have strong memories of it like other people. It's your third copy of it before you actually got into it. You think it's too different from the original to compare, but I thought the side quests were really good. how do you get to know the characters a lot more than the original? Yeah, I mean, to me that sounds good, you know. I think you're always going to have people not happy with something like this. Like, it's, you know, nostalgia takes a big precedent over these things. Yeah, people get tied up and you already got the preferences set up for how you like them. Careful, if you put your arm in there, you'll lose it. If something needs to be destroyed for confidentiality reasons, this is where it goes. Anything in here is gone forever. After thorough scrutiny by Central.
Hey, Lau.
Yeah?
Let me know if you find anything.
Will do,
Lau.
Regis.
It's my book.
Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says. Like it was something from the art of war.
I guess we're kind of just good to go. We've got this data package, which we need to leave. So we've got a surgical lab.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
Aye. Well, you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions. It looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in all. You'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. Who's this wee guy? Look at this. That's a wee shagger. So now that you're cooking in this heat. Just sit in your boxers, go for it, man. Sit in your boxers in this fucking cook around the soup. Sabotaging the camera in your own office is one thing, but people might seriously question you. Start vandalizing the ones in them. So we have a waiting room. Who's this lad? He doesn't look too happy.
Hey kid, you alright? They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid.
Okay. Durkin. Hello, scum and villainy. How's it going? Thank you very much for popping by. This is the very, very first time I've ever played Technobabylon, and it's very, very cool so far. Let's fucking jolt him. So the waiting room is one of the few places you never sabotage a camera.
Hey kid, you alright?
He's not gonna talk to me. Your kid just got back from shopping. Nice. Is that food shopping or is it fun shopping? I don't class food shopping as being fun. It's a fantastic game, very deep towards the end as well. Ooh, very nice. You go lurk a while you work. Lurk away, have fun. Mr. Galms, how was the end of Forgotten Anne? The end of Forgotten Anne was good. It gives you an option. It's two endings to the game. We went for the sacrifice ending, where Anne sacrificed herself and sacrificed Master Bonku, so the Forgottens could forever remain alive. And yeah, also it was really, really annoying actually. Right at the end, like the last cutscene, as Anne and Bonku are dying, I got massive frame drops. Like it got like so stuttery, and it was on the last cutscene in the game, and I was just like, oh no, but we got it. Oh yeah, sorry. Sniggins, it's Forgotten. It's no, like it's spelled incorrectly, which I also put up on Twitter. There's an interview where they got asked why they spelled it wrong, and apparently the PR team for the development studio said don't spell it wrong, and then they just went fuck it, we'll spell it wrong anyway, and they came up with an excuse to why it's done that way. Yeah. There's no fun shopping. You can have fun shopping if you're buying cool shit for yourself. She's sleeping again. But if you're not buying cool shit for yourself, it's not fun. We've got some bulletins. Okay, so that just tells us the news, which we already know. I love these wee guys that are going around. Oh, fucking Roombas. Funky soup. Funky soup indeed. So we can go to Animus or we can go to the balcony. Go to the balcony. That's a cool screen. Fulcrum Tower. Scum, thank you very much for the host. Thank you.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes.
Masturbating.
Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
One of your favourite places in the game. It looks really, really nice. Like, for it being like so like technologically heavy around you and stuff, and just having this one tree and this greenery. It's very nice. And also looks like cherry blossom. Always gets a wee thumbs up for me.
I'm not climbing that. It's sickly enough as it is.
I'm not climbing it. I didn't ask you to climb it, mate. Right, let's have a look at this.
Here goes nothing.
Hello, Cake.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
It's a memorial. It's a really nice juxtaposition. Yeah, definitely. I also like the colours are really nice as well, from this kind of teal to this green. Very nice.
Take a look at the plaque.
Hey, can you stop rubbing yourself against the boom, please? Thank you very much.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh, Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
Don't balcony shame him.
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So we read that email about Baxter. Don't knock that over, Cake. Cake. Right. Don't like a whistling at her like a dog. Come on. Egg. Egg. Strange cat. Also, just to let you know, that's not a real egg. I just launched down the hallway towards for my cat to chase after. Fake egg. So yeah, so we had that email about Baxter doing something fucked up. It looks like Baxter might have killed his wife. Symbol, we don't have kids, we'd have done. Sorry, all I can hear is like I threw that egg. Oh, I need to fix this. Right, we're fine. Like, how I threw that egg down the hallway there, to the stairs that go down. They go downstairs, and then I just heard that egg going dish 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 that all the way down. I really hope that my wife is no longer on video calls. That'd be bad.
She isn't buried up here. She was Processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum canito and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it. You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the Southeast Barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived either. I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
Some mad shit, like. I like it though. It's cool.
You coming?
Just a minute.
I just need a moment to think, Max. A little privacy. It's why I came up here in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
Right, that's how we look.
You are alone, as requested?
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. Know them. Excuse me, you've seen them before, but you haven't remembered them by number. Whoever's calling you has 4 embryo containers of their own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615, on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Gil Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
They'll turn the winds against us.
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time.
Holy fuck. Fucking smash one of the kids.
1 is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
Oh, bastard. A conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving in to blackmail like this would be antithesis of everything you stand for. Both as agent of the law and your own human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
Oh, bastard away. Fucking bastard.
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings.
Vanderwall agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barbers Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Business-like as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Tunes are good. Good tunes. So Barber's Gate Station. It's a still drone. From down on the ground, that type of drone's unreachable. That's part of its purpose.
Sir, over here.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
Another one?
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Hostages?
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any,
or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a bio-bomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
What? The bomb was made from the guy's bones. Like fucking metal, you ask me?
What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Honestly, it's looking pretty lousy for him. Doesn't look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What?
Oh, we need to kill a motherfucker. You've hit mouse corridor puzzle number 3. Oh, it's like that whole palace that you're on is good, a good palace, but those the mice puzzles can fucking get to fuck terrible, man, really bad. It starts like, oh look, it's cute, you like little Joker mouse and little Luigi mouse and all that, and then by the end of it, I was just like, full of moon logic. No, it's just tedious. It was in Persona 5. There's like statues that curse you, that turn you into like a mouse, turns your party into a mouse. So like you can't get into fights with enemies, so you have to stealth your way around the levels and stuff. But you have to go through little tunnels and then activate statues that get the curse off you and stuff. And at the start, like the first time you get it, you're like, oh right, that's cool, that's fine. You get it, but they throw... Oh aye, those fuckers. Oh, so you know, aye, so yeah. It's shit. It's really, really bad. And I really hope in Persona 5 Royal they've taken that out or they've changed it. I have just gotten to that point last night when I was playing Royal.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
I've also updated the glass checks to include grot shop stories. I've made it quite expensive.
Hello?
I think it's expensive anyway, but...
Who's there? I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
Call me a heathen. Dick. There you go. Minute 507 to redeem the Grot Shop story. You're 500 off. Right. So this kind of goes. Here comes the cake. Right. This kind of goes back on the last story about talking about regulars. This is isn't like a long story. It's just a snippet of the sex shop lifestyle. So another one of the regulars was a guy who would come in and fucking and also it goes back to how we'd always allocate names for these people, for the regulars. Like, I don't really want to know them by their real names, so I would just give them nicknames based on their activities and what they would do. This dude, he would come in and he was really tall, but he's like really lanky, like a big lurch motherfucker. And he would come in and then he would just turn to me and be like, "Oh, alright, son," like older guy. "Oh, alright, son." Then it would just go right up to the DVDs, up to all the porn DVDs, and then it would bring out a fucking magnifying glass, like shit you not, like proper big fucking magnifying glass, and then it would probably spend close to an hour in the shop, which is a long time to spend in a sex shop if you're not working in one. And you'll just go up to all the DVDs with the magnifying glass and just proper. Yeah, I can use proper. We'll use the phenomenal. Oops, just bashing the mics and shit. We'll use the phenomenal Rockstar's table tennis. So he'll just have that and have his magnifying glass and he's like that all the time, all the tits and everything, and they'll turn it over and they'll do that again. I used to just sit there and just look at him and I'll be like, what the fuck is he like? Has he not got glasses like a normal person? Why is he kicking about with a magnifying glass? So the nickname that I gave him was Shercock Holmes. I think was a very, very good nickname. Oh, that wanking made him blind. Aye. But I Shercock Holmes. And I was like, oh, every time he came into the shop in my head, I was like, oh, here we go. Here's Shercock Holmes. Gonna come in and solve another mystery. That is. Oh fuck! I'm getting put it back. Put it back. That's Shercock Holmes. He'd always only look at lesbian porn. He wouldn't look at any other porn. It was just pure lesbian porn. So he would just spend an hour with his magnifying glass looking at lesbian porn. And he very, very rarely bought anything. He would buy it now and then, but not often as other regulars, which I'll tell you about them another time. And that, for 3,000 glass checks, was your Grot Shop story. Good old Shercock Holmes, what a guy. The site is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, sign of tampering, and a young man tampering, and a young man that brings back memories long buried. It seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground. You sound American. Silly, you're under arrest. You sound American.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet y'all, Thomas.
Nice to meet y'all, Thomas. Tell me what's happened.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
How's the scoliosis? I'm not gonna say you need medical help because they might see that as a you're having a dig at he's like mental health or something like that. We'll say about the scoliosis.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
It's fucking wild. Alright, here we go. Sniper on the roof. Ready to fucking take this bitch out.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
Like, do we just kill this guy straight away? I think it might be good to get to know more if that's possible. I've had experience with you guys. You're trying to work. Next move. Yeah.
I used to work with guys like you a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
Nice.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
There you go. We didn't need to kill him.
Corpseman, the suspect has surrendered.
Corpseman.
Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Actual corpseman. Yeah, we didn't need to kill that.
Regis, that was amazing. Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Fuck him.
Screw Central. Come on. We've got work to do. The corpseman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
We don't need this fucking... We don't need to snipe bitches. Elysium Tower, penthouse suite. I think that's what it said.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep. Said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting, then.
As we'll keep him waiting. Horseman decided try not to lie. I love these wee cleaning bots.
Nah, my apartment building's already got one.
We'll get another one, and then you've got 2 cleaning robots. You have a super fucking clean house. We've got a dock, we can do some docking.
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
There you go. I've got a floating sculpture.
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Oh, we just like pocketed that. Alright, cool. Camera.
Hey, open up. It's Regis. Nope, that's not going to work.
While the door has an expensive hardwood appearance, you no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gil van der Waal has spared no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof. Got door controls.
Vanderwall, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
Could be dead, ain't he?
An adjustable magnetic coil, previously used to keep a piece of art floating in the air.
Use that to fuck with, like...
It doesn't need magnetizing.
Doesn't need magnetizing.
It doesn't need magnetizing.
Doesn't need magnetizing. We magnetize the robot.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
What if we... Yeah. A janitorial drone pulls the hallway. It's a Janny drone. A Janny drone. Executing his adaptive planning software to track down dirt. What a wee felly. No longer floating art.
At least it's staying put now.
See what Lau's saying.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Give me an update on the mind-jacking case.
Lab's come back with the report on the body at Animus.
We can definitely link that one to our investigation.
Same MO. Victim was wired, brain burnt, but not consistent with a straightforward murder. More like a rapid, intrusive, and destructive brain scan.
So we're still going with memory theft rather than elaborate assassinations.
Exactly. No conclusive patterns on targets, I'm afraid. Vanderwall said he would give us a lead on the next victim, though.
So much for him retiring from organized crime. How are you holding up?
I'm okay. A little hungry.
I meant about what happened at the station.
I think you did the hard work on that one. Don't let it go to your head, though.
You've got a brain for wetware systems, right?
Don't you mean full of wetware systems?
This isn't just me being offensive. Can you have a word with the door controls?
I'll see what I can do.
Go on. I'm gonna talk to that door.
Got it.
Got him.
I reset the password. It's now password 1.
I'm just glad you're on our side now.
Damn straight. I could probably make a lot more money if I turned to crime.
Cool. Well, this was
Gail,
a bit fucked.
You in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents.
You'll see that she's got fucking blood all over her hands.
Miss, are you all right?
Regis, this is a synth.
Oh, it's just...
The look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And
definitely shags
apparently
it.
out of charge.
Something else about it
Definitely
bothers
shags
me
it.
more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
It's just jam, baby.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Shagged how it broke. Well, what is wrong with it? Walk away from me. What is wrong with it?
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Synthetic maid.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't. My guess.
Any way we can...
How? In a platform.
You reckon...
It's only... That bomber. He was American, wasn't he?
He certainly had the accent. Sounded Texan.
Did you know him?
Dr. Lau. Texas is an enormous place. I do not happen to know every single other person who lived there. And besides, I left well before he would have been born.
Do you ever regret doing that?
Not for a second. Especially after seeing how it's gotten now.
You need a way to get the fuck away from Texas.
There's more to what was between you and that kid, wasn't there? Like you said, you never met him before, but it seemed personal to you.
You're very perceptive, Dr. Lau. It's useful for an investigator.
You want me to stop asking?
There's a reason that kids like him, and hundreds others, exist. It's not because the seditionists thought that weaponizing the human body was the biggest innovation since air power. But the engineers that got to make these kids, for whatever reason, didn't say no.
Regis,
You could say I knew him too well, inside and out. That is what bothers me. Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central still claims there wasn't anything there at all.
But we saw it, Regis.
Exactly. Something's not right.
It must be like just a big hologram or something like that.
I wonder if Central's hiding something.
Why do you hate Central, Charlie?
What? I don't hate Central.
You're always arguing with it. I've seen you sabotage more cameras than anyone. It does so much for Newton. The city runs like a well-oiled machine.
Maybe, but I think it's working in inappropriate areas.
What would count as inappropriate for a city coordinator?
Like this. Fundamentally, policing is a human matter. Machines and synthetics don't commit crimes. I don't expect them to be able to understand how perpetrators think and act.
So, you're old-fashioned. You'd rather not talk about it. Maybe later?
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Cool, so we need to get this battery.
Hello?
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
The maid remains slumped and catatonic. Drained of power. We use the magnet?
Hey, what do you make of this?
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh.
Sure.
I wasn't wanting her to look at it, I was wanting to see if I can bring like the magnet to get the battery out of her or something like that. I guess we need to come back to that. We've got a food machine.
Hi, I'm Chefy.
Fucking Chefy again. The fucking waifu, Chef waifu.
What are you?
I'm Chefy, your friendly food helper.
Alright, what's this machine you come in?
This masterpiece is the THE Foods Gourmand Range Comestible Synthesizer. It's the best thing since sliced bread, which it even makes.
Sounds like it's trying too hard to be helpful.
I like helping. Helping is fun.
What can you
What's
make?
on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some quail's eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tarte à l'orange?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I could always make toaster pastries.
I think I'll go with you.
What's the difference between you and the one I've got at home? The J115?
Oh,
Jizz.
I'm much newer.
The Jizz.
My dynamic protein stereolithography system means I can make nearly anything. I've got so much more flavor treatment. I can make just about any taste you desire.
What if I wanted some of that protein slop that mine makes?
Ugh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But how about some truffles?
It's a snob, then.
Aye, but he's got a jizz at home. God damn it, I thought we were done with that jingle. I thought we were also done with that jingle. Getting home, the hard day of steaming plate of jizz. Very sloppy. Sloppy and salty. How expensive are
How much did you set the Vanderwalls back then?
I'm only 410,000 quanta from all good retailers.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things.
What was the currency there? Was it Kwanzas? That's what it sounded like.
Can you make Texas gumbo?
Of course.
Looking for a taste of home?
I've never found anywhere here that can do good gumbo.
Gumbo.
Never mind.
Bye!
See ya. Refrigerator.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Fucking bodies. Definitely fucking, like, oh, it might be Vanderwall's body in there. Got a funny feeling he's dead. And someone made the maid to do it. So we've got a terminal. What's the hint? special place. And the user is Sneeder Oki. Special place. Anything with that. A drinks machine.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Yeah, this guy.
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2.
Fucking wasted.
Vodka. On the rocks.
Regis.
Fine. What do you do here then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink,
they'd come to me, sure as shooting.
Sure as shooting, baby. What's happened here?
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
There's been a bit of an incident.
Okay, I don't.
He's bluffing. You're just.
Hey, I ain't seen.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
I'll keep your tab open. You fucking. I guess we'll go upstairs.
Jesus Christ.
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
He was definitely, like, ripped to bits by that maid. Is that the voice of Campbell from MGS? What, who does Regis? I understand he's got the same sort of accent. Don't think it might be the same guy. If someone wants to look it up, go for it. His name is Regis. That wee guy reminds me of the time they changed the self-service checkouts in the pound shop to sound like Elvis. What? That's fucking what? That's wild. Like, when you scan things through and stuff, it'd be like this Elvis Presley talking to you. Unsuspected item in the bagging area. Yeah. That was a very terrible Elvis impression. So there you go. The Black Mirror said nothing about this. Possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find out. So you still need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves before the crime scene people wreck it.
Gonna wreck it.
Good idea.
Really?
Good idea.
Well, yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Charlie Regis?
Charlie
What do you
Regis.
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
At Christmas they changed it to Santa. That's amazing. But then, like, the first thing that went to my head was like, oh, if the machine needed help. Like, I don't know why I'm saying like if the machine needed help, but like needed like an actual employee to come over and do something. They should just put like it so like it just screams for help. So it'd be like Santa screaming for help. Help! Help! Be amazing. Be well good.
This time, I think it could help us get a lead on our investigation. Besides, all the time we waste, the mindjacker may have found their next victim.
I like this, Regis. Let's get investigating.
You feel glad that Max suggested it, not you. Now you have a feel rain. You need to find that divisive voice warning. I picked up that photograph. A photograph of two men, a younger Gil and Ikari Vanderwall, by the urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. Back of this photograph has a note written by hand. The wedding, August 2071. Just me. Yawning. THE systems floordrobe. A floordrobe. General error 151. Mechanical error. Please ensure there are no obstructions to the opening of the THE systems floordrobe. Try again. So that'll be the floordrobe right there. I just fucking got a coat hanger stuck in it. A coat hanger. After a couple of tugs. Yeah. After a couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. Oh, I picked up a Hond. Oh, we'll need that for the doodad next door, I suppose.
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Where's his dick? Pick up his dick.
There's something at the bottom of the pool.
A penis.
Pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
Okay.
This is Dakari Vanderwall, Gil's husband. I can see 4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
I don't think I can justify taking that.
Okay, just take it, mate. He doesn't need it.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Huh? You old people are weird.
Woofed. Look at that, you old bastard. A jacuzzi sits in the corner of the room. You know what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times. Here, don't judge. Having a big jacuzzi would be ripping. Fly yourself into it at every given moment. Right, let's try the control panel now that it's no longer jammed by that hanger.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Fishing rod. Like, it's like one of the things like I love so much about like point and click games. It's like out of everything in there, there's like books and everything. He just naturally just goes fishing rod. He's like, I'll take one of them. It's like, oh, might come in handy later on. Like that's like proper like just point and click nonsense that I love. It's like someone looking at shit and be like, there's quite clearly a lot more useful shit around it, and just being like, I'm taking that fishing rod. So good. That's coming with me.
Apparently, the Vanderwalls were outdoor sports enthusiasts. They'd have to take this quite far inland to find any live fish, though. The rod doesn't seem to have a hook.
Oh, can you combine items here?
Now it's got one enormous hook.
Now we can fish for the gun. Oh man, I didn't think about that. That's awesome. Fish for his willy. I can't believe this is happening.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch
magnet.
that pistol at the bottom.
You just described Monk Island. I know. That's one of the reasons why Monk Island is like so difficult. Is a lot of the shit in it is, as what you said earlier, moon logic. Okay, so we need the magnet. Need our bait.
There, a magnet at the end of a fishing line.
For catching submarines?
Metal willies. We'll catch this guy's metal willy.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them, anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Cool. A gun.
Vanderwall's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register.
Probably not. Fucking monkey range. Right. Which Monkey Island is that one from? I've played 1, 3, and 4. Don't know why I'm doing it that way. So I played 1, 3, and 4. I've never played the second one. 2. Ah, there you go. I was just like, It's been that long. Like I played Monkey Island 1, like the remaster one, 5 years ago. I can't remember like anything off it. So I'm probably going to do like a whole Monkey Island playthrough at some point. And I would love to play 2 because I never played it, and then 3. I love 3 so much because the art style in it. 4 I had on the PS2, and it was. I remember it not being great. Hey ho. Let's use this guy's paw.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Biometrics not. Let's say biometrics not.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Our special place will be Paris? You just type in it. Yeah. Paris? Hey! Okay. Here we go. Who's the best one? Fucking hell. Like, the only one I've not played. And 2's the best one. Although, did they not do... Did Telltale not do some Monkey Island stuff? I was going to say what you're going to... yeah, don't say what you need to do with the monkey wrench. I'm pretty sure I'll get up to it and then I'll say pineapples. So I needed a pen and pad for 4 to do the monkey combat. The monkey combat at the end of that one was fucking bullshit though. I legit had... I think I had to get a big walkthrough. I think I might have got a walkthrough of like GameFAQs and then printed it. Which reminds me, good pal of mine, Jack, who's the same guy who gives me like all the dad puns and stuff. When he was a wee boy playing Final Fantasy VII, he went onto like GameFAQs and he meant to like print off like a page of an entire walkthrough for Final Fantasy VII, and he accidentally printed off the entire walkthrough for Final Fantasy VII like from GameFAQs, and back then like ink was like super expensive, and his dad like came through and like lost that. So like he just printed off an entire like notepad, like proper notepad walkthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Pretty good. You've bought, so they did do them. So you've bought the Telltale ones and never touched them. I've never heard anyone talk about them. Telltale stuff that I've played season 1, 2, and 3 of The Walking Dead. 1 was phenomenal, and it just degraded from there. Like at the end of 1, I was in bits. I was crying for like a pretty much solid half hour. And then I played Wolf Among Us, which is so fucking.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Okay, so with hundreds of billions of potential caller numbers to try, dialing random nodes isn't likely going to aid in. So we've got into it, which I thought would be enough to do stuff, but apparently not. Got to.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
The Wolf Humongous. Yeah, the Wolf Among Us is so good. He does some really good stuff and really shit ones. Like, that's the best title I've seen in ages. Yeah, pretty good. The Wolf Humongous. Yeah, I've heard a lot of like I think I've got like the Back to the Future ones, which I have no interest in playing. The Back to the Future ones is supposed to be alright. Oh, I thought they'd be absolute dog shit because they're like tied to such a beloved film franchise.
There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers.
He's bluffing. You're
yeah, so
Hey, I ain't.
I thought it'd be more to it.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your.
The gun. Our phone number. Maybe more stuff up here then. Hello, saying anything?
Hey, Max.
What's up?
The body is Dakari Vanderwall?
That's right. Big Fat Vanderwell's husband. Apparently shot several times and landed face down in the water. Ironic. He used to be an Olympic swimmer. Lived and died in the water.
You'd heard of him.
I used to follow his career when I was in the 100-meter freestyle team at Grove Academy.
Isn't Grove an all-boys school?
It is. And at the time, I fit right in.
Wait, you used to be male?
Surprised?
Well, I wouldn't have guessed.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Whoever did your changeover must have been one hell of a engineer. What was it? Baseline resequence with a pseudoviral vector?
The field's come a long way since you were in med school, Regis. Took a few other procedures as well. Newton's the best place in the world for that kind of work, though.
Can't argue with the results, though.
You frequently do, almost every day.
You know what I mean. You'd never mentioned the sex change before.
Well, it's never come up. You're not much for small talk. I understand how personal that garden is to you. And I appreciate how difficult it probably was to open up about it.
So you thought you'd reciprocate with something in your own past?
Pretty much, yeah.
Thanks, Max. Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it?
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are?
Good games.
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that?
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
The terminal built into the piano must be older than I am.
It's a virginal, not a piano. It's more like a harpsichord.
Like I said, it's less impressive you know that when you can run a search in your head. I tried using Vanderwall's hand on the biometric security, but it didn't work.
Maybe because it's dead?
How would an old terminal like that know?
How do you check if someone's alive?
With the scanner in my Traveler.
If you had to do it by hand.
The terminal built into the piano must be older than I am.
It's a virginal, not a piano. It's more like a harpsichord.
Like I said, it's less impressive you know that when you can run a search in your head. I tried using Vanderwall's hand on the biometric security, but it didn't work.
Maybe because it's dead?
How would an old terminal like that know?
How do you check if someone's alive?
With the scanner in my Traveler.
If you had to do it by hand.
Check for a pulse. You have to create like a false pulse. False pulse. False pulse.
What do you think happened, from what we've seen so far?
The marks on the gun suggest Vanderwall shot his husband.
And the walls, and the windows, the bed, the door, the pictures.
Maybe a domestic dispute? We don't really know how things were here.
He wasted a lot of shots. Do you think he missed all those times?
Or he was shooting at something else and happened to hit Dakari.
Just did a big fucking Oscar Pistorius. He's probably texting a big rugby player. And he got jealous and he reached for his gun, shot him for self-defense or whatever it was. Whatever fucking shite part of that he used to justify killing his wife.
What do you think of the apartment?
Expensive and tasteless. I'm not keen on the decor either.
You mean the blood splatter?
No, the actual decor. I tranced an interview. Said his husband decorated it all. Apparently, this is just their city place. They've got a much larger house out in the savannah.
So he let Dakari run riot with the design here.
Apparently, he should have stuck to swimming.
Wait,
Any idea what's wrong with it?
I couldn't even get a return. My guess would be that it's run out of...
Anyway, how? You reckon?
Its own...
Keep at it, man.
Can do.
So, I reckon we need to try and create a pulse. Can we, like, zap the hand?
A big old jolt's not gonna make it work. A big old jolt's not gonna make it work.
Big old jolts? Yeah, I kind of want to read these, like the news articles, but they seem quite long. The art team. Hey. Hey. Having the fucking sports. Mutant 2. Paris 1. I think we... Is there anything else? Oh wait, the wine rack. Is there anything there?
They've got a refined taste in wines, I imagine.
Actually, no. They're all either a couple of years old or fabricated.
Think you
Weird.
find
Maybe
they're
they're doing
shite.
something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example. If they accidentally ruined it, it'd be better if it was a cheaper wine.
Fucking... Have a look at the wine, it's just racks and racks of bucky. It's like, oh, these boys know how to have a good old party. So the fridge is locked. But anything else I can find? I think so. I still reckon that we need to somehow create a pulse for the hand. So
Hi, I'm Sheppy. What can I
it
get
thinks
for
it's
you?
alive.
Can you make Texas strip dumplings?
The best.
My grandma would contest that. Can you make grits?
Don't you want a road engineer for that?
Grits is kind of like porridge. You have it with gravy.
Ugh, that sounds even worse.
I won't make any for you then.
Can you make chicken fried steak?
Absolutely.
You sure like your meat.
And chicken fried steak though. I had chicken fried steak when I was when I went to America once at Cracker Barrel, and the portion was ridiculous. Like fucking plate like that, and it's just like you choose, you create your meal sort of thing, and it was like ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Snuggins has redeemed 3,000 glass checks for a grot shop story. You, sir, will get yourself a grot shop story. Fucking, since we're on the topics of like regulars, we'll go into another regular. So this is the one I've been putting off my dinner, so I get VK. Well, I hope you enjoy it, man. Right, so this was one of the few regular customers that would get like a nickname from me, because he just didn't. Like, he was like, I think it's just because he was so open about his name and stuff. He'd always say his name and all that. Chicken fried steak is lovely, it's delicious. So he was a wee guy, like quite a small dude, older, not like super old. I'd probably say he was in his like early 50s, something like that. So his name is Pete, wee Pete. He would come into the shop fairly regularly, maybe a couple of times a week. Which is wild when you think about the thing is it's a sex shop that sells porn and all that kind of shit. So yeah, like he'd come in maybe like twice a week, but he'd always wear the same clothes. He'd always wear a blazer. Pete the Pervert. Pete the Pervert. He's basically like, if you can imagine, fucking what's his face, Phil Spencer, Xbox's Phil Spencer, with the gaming T-shirt blazer combo, but a smaller perverted version of him. And you have Pete the Pervert. He didn't wear a gaming T-shirt. He just used to wear like it's a normal T-shirt, but he'd wear a blazer over the top of it. And he'd always like come in with a big fucking plastic bag and a newspaper under the other arm. And he'd always come in and be like, "Oh, hello, son. Oh, hello, eh? How is busy the day, eh?" And he'd always ask me what I've had for my lunch, which is what I do to use. Fair enough. "Oh, have you had your lunch, son? Oh, aye. Here's the newspaper." And he'd always give me his newspaper. He's like, "Oh, I've read it. It's for you to read." I was like, super sound fucking wee guy. And so he was a total cheapskate, basically. Like, he'd always try like get porn discounted and get money off things. He'd tell me like, trips that he would go to the Barras to go and get himself like loads of fucking knockoff porn and that. And then one day when he came in, he's like, "Oh, wait till you see this, son." And he gets his plastic bag, and it's like a proper like fucking bag for life felly, but it's like the colour's been drained out it. It's like, you know, like when like the ink is fucked and you can almost like rub the ink off the bag, but it's so like dried out and so old. It's like that. And he's got a bag full of midget porn. I probably didn't realise that midget is not the right word to use, but that's what it had written all over it. Like, just tons of it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing carrying that about with him? Like, old farm fizz bag. Exactly, that's what it is. But filled with small people porn. And it's all like just being like copied on a computer and all that. He's like, "Hey, look at that!" But it had like the covers like printed off on the discs. Look at that! It was just absolute wild scenes. And I was like, right, Pete, can you get that away from me? And he's like, "Hey, it's pretty funny, yeah." And then you'd go around the shop and you'll pick up DVDs. And oh, you cunt! Alright, that's my light gone. I knew that would happen. Getting too excited talking about Grot. I knew that would happen at some point. It's not exactly kept up there well. Why? You'd like go around the shop. We'll use Rockstar's table tennis yet again. You'll pick it up and you'll be like, and it'll be like a lassie getting like split from like both ends, and you'll be like, "Hey, look at that, son, that's funny," and he'll put it down, and then you'll come along, grab another one, and it'll be again like a lassie with like covered in jizz and that. You'll be like, "Oh, look at that, son, that's funny, eh?" And he would probably spend about half an hour in the shop just doing that, just picking up DVDs, looking at them, laughing to himself, and then show me them. Like, and these are all things that I've seen loads of times. Like, I'm fully aware of what's on these walls because I put them out there. I'm the one that's ordering these films. Fuck's sake, Aaron. Listen to yourself. Before I got to a comedy night with him, he just thought everything was funny. But I was like I say, it was like, what he was pointing at wasn't funny. Like, imagine him going to Pornhub, but it would just be like, he'd probably think it's like the funniest thing he's ever seen. It's like laughing. His fetish is showing Grot to wee bald lads. Aye, maybe. He really like fucking. He was motion pictures. Motion pictures. But fucking hell, wee Pete. He always would be like absolutely reeking off a chippy. Like, he smells like he was like he just crawled out a deep fat fryer. And on the subject of chippies, he'd always tell me about a chippy that was nearby the shop. So the shop is on Leaf Walk, and the shop is like the oldest chain of sex shops in the UK, and it's like the oldest and the only sex shop in Edinburgh as well. Sounds like a legend. He was a legend. I loved him to bits. Like, he'll come in and like he'd come in the most awkward times as well. Like, usually times when I'm just about to go for my lunch, because I'm in the shop by myself, so I would have to like lock the shop, and I would lock it for like half an hour and put a sign up on the door saying like I'm having my lunch and that. He'd always come in just like at the worst fucking times. Like, I'm just like about to eat, and he'd come in and he'd go, tell me about a chippy that's nearby that he cannot remember the name of, or tell me exactly where it is. So I'm like, okay. Oh aye, there's a chippy. Oh aye, there's no unounce like grease on the chips, son. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh Pete, that sounds ripping. What's the name of it? Oh, I don't know, son. Where is it, Pete? Oh, I don't know. Why the fuck are you coming in when I'm about to go for my lunch and you tell me about the best chippy in Edinburgh? Fuck knows, man. Just wrapped in printed out DVD covers. Big sausage supper, just like with a load of fucking lassie's tits on it. I don't know. But aye, that was Pete. And he'd in the shop we did trade-ins. So if you think like game, you did trade-ins a game. The grot shop did trade-ins as well. So he'd always like rifle through all the second-hand grot. I know. And he'd always try to get money off the second-hand grot. And I always tell him, I was like, Pete, no, they're cheap enough the way it is. He'd be like, oh no, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. Oh, I'll get that at the Barras. Big fucking so-and-so in the Barra has a big fucking rack of them. It's like, well, fuck off to the Barras and get your fucking dodgy porn there, mate. Sake, man. Just the covers were crusty. That's a new sentence. Hi, man. Oh, sorry, there's some fucking scenes like. And then the final wee bit of. I like how I'm ending the stream on talking about Pete. The last thing, I had a woman come in one day, and I'd never ever seen her before. Like older, probably like similar age to Pete. This woman came in. She came in, and I was like, oh, like hello, like can I help you with anything or anything? I tried to make people feel like really like welcoming. A lot of people might go like, oh fuck, can't believe I'm setting foot into a sex shop sort of thing. Nevermore 83, thank you very much for the follow. You've come in, I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but you're here for stories about when I used to work in a sex shop. I used to work and manage and run a sex shop, and for 3,000 glass checks you get a story. So we're kind of wrapping up a story here and wrapping up the stream, so I don't know how long you've been here for it. No way. Ah, there you go. You need to come back at some other time, save up those points. So, yeah, the woman came in, and I was like, oh, hello, like, how are you, and stuff. Like, try to make, like I say, I always try to make people feel welcome. It's not like a taboo or anything like that. And she just comes in, and she's like, is Pete here? Let's go. Oh, wee Pete, the blazer. And she's like, aye, wee Pete. Is he here? I was like, no. Have you seen him? I was like, oh, I've not seen him today. Right, well, tell him that so-and-so's looking for him. And she fucked off. And then the next time I seen Pete, I was like, here, Pete. Some woman came in. Can't remember her name. I was like, they say her name's Susan. Like, oh, Susan was in looking for you. Oh, aye, Susan. I go round to her house every week and I shag her. And I'm like, right, cool. So, fuck knows what Susan, if that's her name, fuck knows why Susan was round the shop looking for Pete. Probably wasn't pumped. There you go. And that is Pete. Some other stories might come up like with Pete, but that's Pete. Be Pete. Bye. So nevermore, you came in at a very, very good time.
Never mind.
Bye!
Bye! And on that note, that's how it's done. Get Pete in the stream. I would never, ever let Pete in my house. No chance. Yeah, as for Haas on a second Honda, matching blazers, and honestly, Pete, well, fucking, wow, like it's been a few years since I worked in the sex shop, but there's days that'll come up where I go, I wonder what Pete's up to right now. That's funny, eh? Just him just sitting there next to me in the stream, just pointing at the screen. Like that, the bit upstairs, like, okay, let's go upstairs. Let's recreate if Pete was here right now. Hold on. Give me a second. Right, we're back. Thanks for staying around. So let's recreate this right now. I've got my Pete blazer on. Right. Oh fucking. I've got a bag, right? I don't have any porn. I don't have it analog form. There you go. If Pete was here, he would just sit here. God, who you cosplayed as? I'm Pete the pervert. He would just sit there, just like pointing at the dead body. Oh, that's funny, eh? That's funny, son, isn't it? Hey, that's funny. Then you're just like going to the next room. Hey, a maid. That's funny, eh, son? That's funny. There you go. That's Pete. That's what Pete would do. And I had to put up with that. I still love him. Still love him. Anyway. How do you save this game? Up at the top there. Fizzy Joose. There you go. Aye, so I just realised I could have like full cammed it. Fucked it. Right, anyway. The last 10 minutes of that stream went into some places. You're looking forward to more comedy characters joining the stream. I need to get a magnifying glass so I can be Sherlock Holmes. Aye. Thanks very much for popping along, everybody. The first ever like proper 2 till 3 stream. That's pretty good. 2 till 3 stream, 2 till 5. Hello. So aye, and it was our first ever time playing Technobabylon, which is so far been very, very nice. I like it. I like it. My wife. And aye. Fucking good. Fucking good. So we'll be picking this up again tomorrow. And we'll be starting again at 2 o'clock tomorrow, not 3 o'clock. So it'll be nice to see us all. Drysdales, hello. Thank you very much for popping along. I'm just about to shoot off, pal, so I'm sorry. But thanks very much for popping by. It does mean a lot to me. So yeah, we'll be picking this up again tomorrow at 2 o'clock British Summer Time. We'll try and figure out what the fuck that we need to do in this room here. But I reckon that we need to somehow create a pulse in this hand that we've got. When we put onto there, it thinks it's a living hand. I reckon that's what we need to do. So we need to figure that one out. So if you have enjoy the rest of your day, people, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, keep warm. I love yous, and I'll see you tomorrow.